What's up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruin update video. Now, this one is a big one. As you guys know, this is the month that Security Breach Ruin is coming out, and well, we just got some massive info that is pretty insane. We've got a brand new gameplay screenshot, which features some insane stuff on it, and we also have a blog post which goes into detail about Ruin, some gameplay details, and a release date for the DLC. So be sure to stay till the end of this video because there's a lot here, and you do not want to miss what we're about to mention in this video. So anyways, before we do get into this though, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe right now because anyone can tell you this is your place to be for Five Nights at Freddy's Ruin. We're going to be covering everything in the game as quick as we can, all endings, all Easter eggs, all secrets, so be sure to get subscribed right now if you're new, and stay tuned because it's going to be a wild ride. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into what's new here. So the first thing we have here is this screenshot right here. It says Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruin free DLC, and it's got some bangers in it. It's got it looks like Monty on the bottom left right there crawling around, which his hair looks kind of weird. I don't know why his hair looks like it's like floating above his head. I don't know if that's just the lighting or what. But yeah, he's crawling around right there on the bottom left. He's got a big old claw, a big old red eye, and some huge teeth. And, you know, he's doing what he does best, crawl around on the ground. Behind him, though, we have Glamrock Chica, who is completely destroyed. You can see, like, half of her face appears to be missing. Her endo's sticking out. She's all dirty. She's all grimy and filthy. And she's just kind of sitting back there, you know, doing her thing. On the right side, though, we got Roxanne Wolf, who is in shambles, just completely destroyed. Like, literally, you can barely even tell it's her, besides her, you know, little green hair that's sticking out in the claws. But, yeah, she is just, man, she got destroyed by that golf cart or whatever, the go-kart, all right, that we smacked her with and then we lit her on fire. That's what happens when, that's what you look like after all that stuff happens to you. And then, of course, to the right of her, we have Sun and Moon just kind of peering over in the darkness. Obviously, the eye is glowing in the dark, which is such a cool little feature that they put right there. And if you notice, we are at the front of the Pizzaplex, okay? We noticed from all the, you know, newspaper clippings and stuff like that on the glass. Now, what's interesting about this, though, in the teaser trailer, when Cassie first breaks into the Pizzaplex, it's daytime. So it looks like we break in during the day, and then I guess we're there all night, which obviously makes sense. It all, you know, comes together. That makes sense. You know, we break in during the day, we're there the entire day into the night, and I'm assuming at night, things get a lot more creepy, a lot more sinister and dark, and things go horribly bad, which is very, very much exciting. So it does mention that's free DLC, and, you know, we have a release date, too, with this. It's July 25th, so 10 days away, guys. 10 days away, and we are going to be in Ruin, doing it all, playing through the entire game. It's going to be very exciting. Like I said, stay tuned. We're going to have videos coming out all the time, all throughout the night. I'll be staying up for days, however long I need to beat this DLC. And guys, don't worry about me, okay? I know that you guys worry like, oh, you're staying up all these days, you know, it's not good for your health. I enjoy it. It is like my favorite time of the year. It's like I'm playing through, you know, like think about whenever you go to your best friend's house or whatever, like just a friend, and you know, you play through a game together. It's like that, but I'm playing it with all of you guys. I love it so much. So yeah, don't worry about me. I'm gonna be having a blast. Now, we do have a blog post here too, and let's get into that. So in the blog post, they say, hey folks, the time has come. Ruin will be available on the PS4, PS5, and PC on Tuesday, July 25th. So 10 days away, a little over 10 days. And it looks like, you know, PS4, PS5, PC, so it won't be on Xbox or Nintendo Switch, it looks like, at launch. Now, they go on to say, Ruin is a new story that follows a little girl named Cassie as she searches the crumbling Pizzaplex for her friend Gregory, which we've already known. We've seen in the trailer. She breaks in, she's like, Gregory, are you there? You know, or no, Gregory calls her and he's like, hey, I need you to come rescue me. Come pick me up, you know? It's like he got left at school. You know, his parents forgot to pick him up and he calls in Cassie to come grab him. So he says, so it goes on to say, since you've all been so patient and we've got a couple weeks left, I wanted to give you all a sneak peek of what you can expect from this free DLC. First, its tone is stark, is a stark contrast to that of Security Breach. Our goal was to lean into a more familiar feel Freddy fans have come to expect. In that effort, we've created DLC that's far more dark, dreadful, and ominous than the base game. Oh boy. Okay, so one of the criticisms that I've heard about, you know, Security Breach was that it's a very bright, vibrant, happy game. It's not really all that scary. And, well, they've heard that feedback from the people that were saying that, and they're like, all right, buddy, yeah, well, we'll show you something dark and creepy. So it looks like this one's going to be, you know, obviously we've seen the teaser trailer. It's a lot darker. It's a lot more dirty and dingy and, you know, disgusting looking in there. And even the animatronics themselves are not as shiny and clean. They're a lot more, you know, disgusting and beat up. So this is great. great news for all the people that wanted a scarier game. I really hope they deliver on this and it ends up being horrifying. Now, they go on to say, additionally, given the dilapidated state of the Pizzaplex, it's claustrophobic and littered with the ambience that naturally and unnaturally comes from an abandoned building. Okay, yep, so there we go right there. It's gonna be a lot more claustrophobic. Now, one thing I remember that, you know, it was kind of like a get-out-of-jail-free card in Security Breach was Glamrock Freddy. If you ran into any problem, you just called him up, he came sprinting over to you, and then you could hop inside of his stomach hatch thing, and you were completely safe. Like, you know, there was no more fear. So it looks like in this one, though, he's not going to be there, I would assume. So we're going to have to actually sneak around and make sure that we don't get seen. Now, one of the other things I mentioned, or I remember from Security Breach, was the, like, camera booths or whatever, and the crib, or not crib, but the thing you roll around a baby in, you know? Like, you had a few different things that you could, like, jump into to hide. And now, obviously, if they saw you get in there, you were dead. And I think, you know, I don't know if they're going to be bringing that back or not, because that was also kind of like a, you know, get-out-of-jail-free card, but it also is a way of, like, you know, if you get caught, there isn't a way of surviving, but we'll have to see what they do with this. Now, they go on to say, there aren't a bunch of massive, well-lit areas where you can see an avoided threat in the distance. Oh, perfect. So, yep, a lot more claustrophobic. In addition to the tonal shift, we've also moved away from the hide-and-seek gameplay of the base game. Ruin's moment to moment is built around patience and timing. Wait, what? Okay, so, yeah, the hide-and-seek gameplay is gone. It's based around moment to moment patience and timing. Interesting. I don't know what they mean by that, but I mean, we'll have to wait and see, you know, whenever we actually play it. And after thinking long on what we want to share before launch, I'm actually going to leave it at that. Our trailer only showed off a small fraction of the fun, and words won't do the rest justice. Okay, that is exciting. Okay, so they don't want to share too much. I mean, the teaser trailer had a decent amount in it, but it didn't really show a lot. Like, it showed a lot, but it also didn't show a lot. So yeah, it looks like they're keeping the rest of the game under wraps, and whatever they've got cooking, they're cooking right now, and they don't want to show it off until you actually hop into the game, which I think is very exciting. I don't know how I wonder what their plan is with this, because they wanted to be more scary and more, you know, claustrophobic, and they don't want it to be like a game of hide and seek. They say it right there, you know, it's about patience and timing. So I think we're just going to have to be able to, like, sneak behind, like an animatronic, you know, is coming up to you and you have to wait for him to turn around, then sneak behind him type of thing. And if you get seen at all, you're just dead. That's my guess. Like, there's no more hiding in, you know, like I said, the photo booths and stuff like that, which is, I think, is a great idea. Now, they go on to say, as I said previously, the DLC is going to launch on PS4, PS5, and PC. The Xbox and Switch versions of the DLC will be released at a later date. It was more important to us that we focus on a few specific platforms to give ourselves the time and space to work on what matters most, the game itself. Okay, so yeah, I think they've always kind of released on PlayStation and PC first, and then, you know, Xbox and Switch were always kind of down the line, which, you know, they want to make sure that it's a polished up game, so it makes sense. I cannot overstate how much the team here appreciates the patience you've shown us as we've built a game that's nearly 100% new content. Oh, that's exciting. Okay. I've said it before and I'll repeat it forever. Without all of you, we can't do what we love. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for helping us make our games what they are today. This is a massive year for FNAF, so expect to hear more from us in the near future about our upcoming plans. Okay, they word that interestingly. So it's a massive year for FNAF. It's kind of interesting that they say expect to hear more from us in the near future about our upcoming plans, because we know at the end of the year is Help Wanted 2. So you would think if they were talking about that, they would just say, hey, so this is a massive year for FNAF, so expect to hear more from us about Help Wanted 2 in the near future. But instead they say our upcoming plans. So what are they cooking right now, huh? They're cooking up something, and it looks like they're making sure, you know, it kind of stays a secret. But I'm wondering what, I don't know, maybe I'm just reading into it, you know, maybe they are just talking about Help Wanted 2, which would make sense. I mean, yeah, I think they were working on Ruin and Help Wanted 2 at the same time, you know, obviously different teams or whatever, I would assume, but, you know, to be also working on like a third thing, I feel like that'd be insane. But I just think it's interesting how they worded this, you know. Yeah, as you know, in FNAF Help Wanted, there was, I think it was Help Wanted, that had that little section in the game files that mentioned multiplayer. That would be kind of crazy. Like, if we end up getting a FNAF multiplayer game, I'm not going to complain. I think that'd be huge for the series. Everyone's always wanted, you know, Dead by Daylight in, you know, or not Dead by Daylight. They've wanted Springtrap in Dead by Daylight. So to be able to get something like that, I mean, obviously that's just complete speculation, but that could be huge. I don't know. I'm just wondering if they are, you know, working on something else. We'll have to wait and see. But regardless, that is all the info that we have on FNAF Security Breach Ruin. So it's coming out in about a week. It's going to be a much more dark, claustrophobic, and gritty game, which is great news. There's no more, you know, running into Glamrock Freddy and being completely safe. It looks like you're gonna have to actually sneak around and not get caught. If it seems like if you get caught in this, from how they're, you know, wording it, that you are just dead, which I think is fantastic. And yeah, it's coming on the 25th. Can't wait. I'm excited. If you guys are too, be sure to get subscribed to the channel if you haven't already, and subscribe right now if you're new. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.